Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we discuss important mnemonics or shortcuts for audit planning, strategy and execution, which is second chapter of CA final audit. We all know that audit is tough paper in CA final, not because it is hard, but because it is vast and contains many things to remember. But with correct planning and strategy, we can take small steps to make it interesting and easy to remember. Whatever question bank you may be having, it hardly contains 500 to 600 questions. And in exams, we cannot write full answer of 10 to 12 points from question bank. So it is wise way to make it short to 6 to 8 points and remember it perfectly and score good marks. So friends, with continuous efforts, we can definitely score very good marks. So love studying in interesting way and do frequent revisions with these short words and mnemonics. Okay friends, we start now. So second chapter, audit planning, strategy and execution. Before getting started, you pause this video and take your audit book, whatever question bank you are using, because whatever questions, mnemonics or shortcuts I am going to, those questions will definitely in your book solve of any author. Soon after I complete first mnemonic, make sure you write that mnemonic in your question bank or take it in any notes if question bank is not available. First question is usefulness of careful and adequate audit planning or objectives of audit planning. They may ask in any type, but answer is same. So first shortcut is ensure appropriate attention to review potential problems in assignment and coordination of work. So appropriate attention means to ensure that appropriate attention is devoted to important areas of audit. Next one is review, to facilitate review. Next third one is potential problems, to ensure that potential problems are. Next fourth one is assignment, to assist in proper assignment of work. Next fifth one is coordination, coordination of work done by auditors of components and experts. So we shall move to second question. Factors affecting nature and extent of planning. So how to remember this? SPC. S stands for size and complexity of the auditee. P stands for past experience and expertise. C stands for change in circumstances. So SPC. Next third question. Benefits of audit strategy or team resources. So how to remember this? EATM. E stands for employment of qualitative resources. A stands for allocation of quantity of resources. T stands for timing of deployment of resources. M stands for a management of resources. So these side headings you need to remember it, because you can write the content on your own also, so that examiner evaluates you on the basis of side headings you write. Even though content you write on your own, like they feel to give marks if you write these side headings. But without these side headings, if you write on your own some content related to this, like they don't get interest to give marks. Next one is relationship between audit strategy and audit plan. So how to remember this? AS and AP are interrelated before details provided to GSN. So first one is AS and AP are interrelated. So audit strategy and audit plan are interrelated to each other, because change in one would result into change in the other. Next, second one is before. Audit strategy is prepared before the audit plan. Next one is details. Audit plan contains more details than the overall audit strategy. Next is GSN. Make sure you make the circle to each keywords so that it registers more in your brain than just underlining it. So make a circle. The audit. Next, GSN. In GSN stands for G stands for guidelines. The audit strategy provides the guidelines for. S stands for scope, timing and direction. Audit strategy establishes the scope, timing and direction of the audit and thereby works as a basis for developing a detailed audit plan. Next, N stands for nature, timing and extent. Detailed audit plan would include the nature, timing and extent of audit procedures so as to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. So next one is audit program, to determine adequacy of records with respect to plant and machinery. So how to remember this? Mr. D looking smart in the pic. So M stands for maintenance, review of maintenance. Next R stands for asset register. Next another R stands for code register. Next D for disposal of assets. Next S stands for spare parts register. Next P stands for physical verification. I for internal control system. C for cost, measurement of cost. So you circle the keywords. Next question is audit program for revenue and expenditure of multiplex. So how to remember this? MT shop has made advertisement related to parking to get salaries for distributors maintenance. So in that MT, M stands for MOA, T stands for tickets. Next shop, income from cave shops, pubs. Next advertisement, income receivable from advertisements. Next parking, collection from the parking areas. Next salaries, payment. Next salaries, payment of salaries and other benefits to employees. Next distributors, payment to the distributors. Next maintenance, maintenance of building. So this is sixth question. Now we go to seventh question. Audit plan to inquire causes of abnormal waste of raw material. So how to remember this? LIC employees maintain quality control and inventory control records. So L stands for list. Next I stands for internal control reports. Next C stands for computation. So employees ascertain whether employees engaged in production are properly trained and working efficiently. Next maintained. Study the maintenance program of machinery to ensure that the machinery does not consume more raw material and quality of goods manufactured is not of substandard nature. Next quality control. Determine the existence and effectiveness of quality control techniques employed in the entity. Next inventory controls. Examine inventory controls in respect of storage, pilferage issues. Next records. Examine the stock records. Another record is examine the production records. So this is seventh question. Now come to eighth question. Circumstances requiring changes in audit program. So how to remember this? TSIES. TSIES. T stands for turnover. If the audit procedures were designed for a certain volume of turnover and subsequently the volume have substantially increased. Next one is T completed. S stands for significant changes. When there have been significant changes in the accounting organization, procedures and personnel subsequent to audit procedures. Next I stands for internal control procedures, where during the course of an audit it has been discovered that internal control procedures were not as effective as assumed at that time the audit. Next extraordinary increase, where there has been an extraordinary increase in the amount of book debts or that in the value of stocks as compared to that in the previous year. TSIE completed. Next S stands for suspicion. When a suspicion is aroused during the course of audit or information has been received that assets of the company has been misappropriated. So TSIES. So it hardly taken for us to revise these mnemonics in 10 minutes. So in the first time reading you go through each point and after that if you are moving to next chapter make sure you revise this for just 3 minutes and move to next chapter, and whenever you are free just close your eyes and pull the information and mnemonics whatever you have studied so that it will be effective and helps you to remember for long term. Thank you friends. Hope you like this video. Please do subscribe and share with your friends. We all win together.